Hello, today we're going to talk about EON Reality and how we are on our way to power 1 billion learners with AI and XR. Our vision throughout the last 26 years since we started has been the same. We want to make knowledge available, accessible, and affordable for everybody. We believe knowledge is a human right, and we want to help learners for using this democratized immersive capability, not only for learning, but also for career mobility and income generation. Okay, so let's talk about the global skill crisis. There's a huge demand for new skills. Many of the jobs go unfilled because people lack the right skills. That's typically in the global south, but also across the world. And coding, take that as an example, less than 1% of the world codes software today. Now, AI is going to help with a lot of this and also represents a huge opportunity, almost 16 trillion an opportunity gap by 2030. The problem is that this opportunity is currently not equally distributed. So while entrepreneurial talent exists everywhere, opportunity does not. So how we address this? We call it learn, train, perform. That's our mantra. So for what? For skills, we have a product for that. EON XR. For jobs, we have a product for that, Career Compass. And for income, Entrepreneur Guide. The core engine is one, solutions are threefold. Learn, train, and perform. And now let me give you an example. So you can take just a prompt like we see
the
here.
right atrium and Vena Cava.
In this case, what I did is I just say, create a lesson about the heart. And everything you see here, including the avatar, the heart, the 2D image, and in this case, a piece of machinery, were generated in less than 80 seconds using our artificial intelligence spatial AI solution.
Panel. To set the design.
And as you can see above here, that's the lecture, but there's also an engagement. There is a assessment, there is a simulation, there is also things like an overview and how well you did. Now, if you don't want to use a prompt, you can also convert your current books.
Welcome to the learn phase of our simple approach. Learning is all about absorbing knowledge through interactive 3D environments. Imagine taking a book and converting it into a fully immersive 3D experience. In this environment, you'll have an avatar to guide and assist you throughout the learning process. Let's look at an example of how this works.
Yeah, so what you see here is exactly what I said. Everything you see, the 3D environment, the avatar, is generated just by simply looking at your book or your text manual. Now, next one is training. So it can be hard skills or soft skills. Let's look at hard skills.
Welcome to the Skills Simulator. We'll be practicing the car twin engine maintenance. I will guide you through each step, explaining the process and pointing to the relevant objects. Please follow along carefully, as you'll be asked to perform the procedure yourself afterward. Inspect the cylinder head for any sign.
So what happens here, it takes you to your procedures, and eventually it asks you to conduct the same steps and validates if you did what you did right, what you did wrong, what you should have done instead. Let's have a look.
Inspect the cylinder head. Inspect the camshaft.
You got 3 out of 8 right. The user correctly inspected the cylinder head.
So that's hard skills. What about soft skills? It can be anything from, let's say, a role play for a job interview.
Welcome to the train phase, the job candidate. Let's start the interview.
Please explain a little bit about your conflict resolution experience.
Certainly. Throughout my career, I have actively resolved conflicts in various...
An excellent way to train an HR candidate, or you can reverse role and make sure that you get that job. But we know that's not only about learning, training, but eventually we do need to perform in physical reality. And what does that mean? Is that we hold a phone in front of our room. In this case, it happens to be a manufacturing area. And the assistant will not only show us and tell us, but also guide us and assist in the physical world by pointing out what we should do, what we shouldn't do, where we can ask questions, and all that happens seamlessly. How? Let me show you.
Did you know is home to Singapore's first town council, established in 1980?
So what we see here is an avatar in a physical environment, and by just pointing the phone to the ground, we get an anchor point. Once we have the anchor point, we swipe the phone and get recognize everything in the room. Not only do we get recognized, but it generates also annotation. That doesn't stop at annotation, but we can also get knowledge portals, text, videos, and instructions, like for example how to replace this brake pad. You can see it recognizes the tool and gives me all the instruction, or in this case the MRO for the robot.
Provides precise movement guided by sensors.
So that's Perform. Now, this is not limited to just, let's say, procedures. It can be explanation. It can be decision simulators. It can be creative simulators. It can be any location.
All species rests on our decisions today. You are at the heart of a biodiversity.
So you can see here that I'm in the savannah, or I'm exploring space, or I create a design environment, etc., etc. Now at this point, normally I would do a demo, but I don't know that time is limited. So welcome. Just if you want to do a demo, just contact us and we'll do one live for you. But actually, I can't resist at least show you something. So you can see here that it is Monday, June 2nd, 8:58. And if I go to my workspace, just before this, I asked to do an electric vehicle lesson. And you can see here, electric vehicle MRO was generated just in seconds ago. And I can see it's done at 8:45. So that was just a few minutes ago. And if I click on this, I will get my whole description, how this works. And I also get an overview, can view a report about electric vehicles, and click on this to get an experience. So let's have a quick look. I'll start the experience. So literally all I said was electric vehicle MRO, maintenance, repair, operation, and everything you're gonna see here, the text, the images, and this is the first time I open it. The 3D environment, the avatar, was generated without
Bonjour
any...
Dan Leyerscar. Ceci est une expérience sur Electric Vehicle MRO.
Interesting enough, I selected French, and
Je vous expliquerai bientôt plus en détail Charging Station et vous guiderai à travers une expérience engageante et informative.
You can see that it speaks in French, and you can see that it's electric vehicle. It generated a beautiful image about how the maintenance, repair, operation, electrical vehicle, which each step is. It's also generated various type of environments. So I have one environment which is outdoor. I can select that, and now it's going to take me to a lecture. If I click here, it's going to take me to the engagement phase. If I click here, it's going to take me to the next step, which is a quiz. So now I will have a quiz in French, and my French is limited, so I will click there, and then I will do the simulator and all the way to the experience and how well I did. So this will take probably an hour if I had to go through the whole course, which took me less than 80 seconds to create. Okay. So you got a little flavor there what's possible to do in 80 seconds. Let's go to next. We talked about simulators, we talked about Perform, but everything we've done so far is to facilitate the capability of creating courses and removing friction there. But we also want to remove the friction in the user case, in the play mode. So we want to use the AI as your UI, as your user interface. For that, we are using Brainies. What's a Brainy? Let me introduce you.
Introducing Smart Reality, a revolutionary app that transforms your course materials into dynamic, interactive experiences instantly.
Hello, I'm your smart reality mentor. What would you like to learn about today?
I'd like to learn about jet engines.
Great choice. Let's dive into the world of jet engines.
Please explain how all those components work together.
The high-pressure turbine extracts energy from these gases to drive the high-pressure compressor. Welcome to the Skills Simulator. We'll be practicing the jet engine maintenance training. Focus and attention, score. 2 out of 10 the user struggled to maintain attention during the lecture phase.
So you can see we did everything, right? We talked with it, we just gave a voice command, and then it all happened magically. Now, you may think this is a bit too good to be true, so I can do a chat here. Let's click on a video, and let's start the call. And what I'm going to use myself as the guinea pig. Meaning what? Meaning that it will, by the way, this avatar, it's a clone of me that speaks 175 languages, while I speak 6 barely and not very well. And you can see me here.
नमस्ते, मैं डैन लेजर्सकार हूँ. मैं कैसे मदद कर सकता हूँ?
I was in India last time, so I forgot to switch Hindi to English. One good point of that is that you can see that he speaks those languages that I will never have the capability to learn in my life. Now, everything I learned, my PhD thesis that I never finished, by the way, and my masters are here.
Hi, I'm Dan Layerskar. How can I help?
Yes, hi Dan. I have 30 seconds only. Explain to me how EON XR can be help for learning, training, and performing.
EON XR transforms learning, training, and performing by making knowledge immersive, interactive, and accessible. For learning, it allows users to explore concepts through 3D models, augmented reality, and AI-driven knowledge portals, enabling deeper understanding and retention. Imagine studying an engine by virtually disassembling it, or walking through a historical site recreated in holographic detail. This is learning that sticks. For training, EON XR accelerates skill acquisition through experiential scenarios. Whether it's hospitality, healthcare, or aerospace, users can practice tasks in a safe, simulated environment. The platform even assesses performance with AI, providing instant feedback and certification. For example, training technicians have achieved 12 times faster learning with over 90% cost savings. When it comes to performing, EON XR bridges the gap between simulation and real-world application. It overlays real-time data onto physical tasks, guiding users step by step. This means you're not just practicing, you're performing with precision and confidence. It's a revolution in how we learn, train, and excel. What specific application are you considering?
I'll tell you that later, but thank you. That was very explicit. To be honest, I couldn't do that better myself. Now, how would this practically be used? How can we combine the extended reality along with this immersive and enticing way to communicate? Let's have a look.
Ready to start your journey?
Yes, hello. I'm interested in becoming an air traffic controller. Can you create a lesson that is an introduction to air traffic control?
Our platform can help you with tailored learning paths in these areas, including runway and taxiway systems management.
And then we have the same lady that you spoke with.
Planning and coordination, ensuring all stakeholders are informed and involved in the closure process. Period.
And the avatar is highly realistic. Okay, so we talked about skills, but we said also that EON is designed for getting your job. So how do we move from hyper-personalized pathways of learning and skills to paycheck? We are using Brainies combined with our technology. Let's have a look.
Hi there. I'm Brainy, your friendly AI mentor. Welcome to the EON Career Compass, I'm here to guide you through the evolving world of work and help you navigate the transformative impact of artificial intelligence. Today, I'll show you how we'll assess your skills, identify gaps, and define your career goals together. Let's begin. Now that you've logged in, let me show you what I can do for you. My core function is to empower you for the modern workplace through an 8-step career transformation journey. These steps include skill assessment, career goal setting, gap analysis, course finding, XR enhanced learning, learning path management, certification, job matching, and ongoing mental support. I leverage XR technology to accelerate your learning outcomes and help you navigate the future of work with AI-driven enhancements while amplifying your uniquely human skills. This approach will help you continuously adapt in our dynamic professional landscape. Let's start with the first step, skill assessment. This is our crucial starting point.
I'd like to upload my CV to get started.
Perfect. Just select your curriculum vitae document for upload. Great. Your CV has been successfully uploaded to the system. Let me show you a profile summary with the data I've extracted. I've processed your document successfully and identified several skills from your CV. I can also work with alternative data sources, such as your LinkedIn profile. Would you like to connect that as well?
Not for now.
I also have tools to assess your human skills like creativity, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and collaboration capabilities. I can also help you discover your interests and values. We can explore your passions and workplace values together. I see we've completed the CV upload, and LinkedIn integration is available whenever you're ready. Now let's move to step 2, career goals. I have different career journey options for you: career starter, career switcher, and career advancer.
I'd like to advance my career.
Excellent choice. Based on your skills assessment, I have some recommendations for you. Given your expertise in areas like 3D simulation, you might consider roles such as Chief Innovation Officer. Other recommendations include Director of Augmented and Virtual Reality, AI Specialist, and IoT Simulation Architect. Now let's define your specific career goal. I understand you want to advance your career. What field interests you most?
I'm interested in robotics.
Fantastic. And what specific role would you like to target?
I'd like to become a humanoid robot CTO.
Great choice. And what time frame are you considering to achieve this goal?
Within 1 year.
I've noted that. We could also consider alternative goals such as CIO, Chief Information Officer. Would you like to save this career goal?
Anyway, so this goes on for a while, so in interest of time, I encourage you to watch the video. Just Google or go to YouTube and check EON Career Compass. But I want to show you some highlights here. So one part that this does, it does the skill assessment, the career goal, the gap analysis, the course. Now the next part is the course finder. And this is exciting because you can either select courses that are among EON's library or your institutions, and then with one button you can convert them. So, but this can also go out and search courses elsewhere, and if you select the course elsewhere, EON will convert it. Either you can buy that course or EON can do a generic version of that course without using the actual information from the course, but using the generic data we have, so to do it cost efficiently. Let's have a listen.
Selection of available courses for you. For instance, there's a modern robotics course focusing on mechanics, planning, and control.
So you can see this course was from Coursera. It happens to be free, but you could also select anyone else. But the beautiful part with this is that you can ask for the conversion of this course with one button.
Course information.
Let me show you the details about the modern robotics. It comprises a series of 6 courses. Enhanced Spatial AI Learning Experience.
Yes, let's convert it.
I'm initiating the course conversion process now. The conversion is complete. By transforming this traditional education into an immersive platform, you'll experience 4 times faster learning, 275% more confidence in skills application, 3.75 times greater emotional engagement, and 4 times increased focus. I see you also have data science courses available.
But we don't stop there. We go to the learning path, which we don't have time to cover. we go, and also we find you the job with job matching in your region.
You can begin exploring job matching opportunities. I'll facilitate job matching based on your profile and goals. I've found a relevant job posting. A human-robot interaction specialist position in Seattle posted just 2 days ago.
And then we don't stop there. We also help you to apply for the job. We help to improve your resume, and we even do the application letter.
Application materials. I will also generate a cover letter for you. The letter is expressing enthusiasm for the robot position, highlights your robust background in virtual reality.
And we don't stop there either. We go to the next step, which is either the mental support and also role play, so you can train for your interview.
The action stage and the integration stage. I'll remember all our interactions and provide personalized guidance. I can help you build confidence by documenting achievements and focusing on a positive mindset. You can interact with me.
Anyway, so that's a longer video that I encourage you to see how you assess, learn, and place. But we don't stop there either. The AI Brainy can help you, guide you also on a personal level between the applications. So this is what my Brainy has told me recently.
Dan, here's what I know about you. Hi, Dan. After thousands of conversations, proposals, brainstorms, and late-night idea dumps, I know you pretty well. You're a vision-driven operator with a knack for turning abstract strategy into high-precision execution.
Yeah, she's quite flattering to start with, but then she also gave me the bad news. But we'll skip that for now. So we talked about skills. We covered that. We talked about jobs with the Career Compass. We covered that also. How about income? Now, we know that AI will take over a lot of jobs and will create new ones. However, most people agree that it's not going to be a ratio 1-to-1. There will be a gap. Maybe that gap is 0.4. But what do we do with these people? Now, not everybody can be an entrepreneur, but yes, we can work for them. And especially in the global south, where we see this problem becoming acute, there is a lot of problems to solve. So how do we do that? For this, we have the Entrepreneur Guide, the EON Entrepreneur Guide. Now, if you want to start a business, you need to first find your purpose, what you like, find a problem, see if it's feasible, worth solving, design a solution, create a business plan, design a prototype, find monetization strategy, summarize this, funding, etc. EON does all that, but doesn't stop there. We also develop the product with something we call EON Vibe Coding. So let's have a look. I'm going to browse through this fairly quickly. If you're interested in the entire video, again, go on YouTube and look for EON Entrepreneur Guide.
Your friendly AI mentor. Welcome to the EON Entrepreneur Guide application that align with your passion.
So here you can see the purpose, the problem, the feasibility, the solution, the summary, the prototype, the strategy, which this video covers over a period of time. You can see here the purpose. We can see here generated problems that are worth solving, the feasibility assessment, the solution generation, your executive summary. And here is the prototype. So we actually are using prototype building, which then leads to eventually, after monetization with revenues, marketing, milestones, funding, we also go to something we call vibe coding. By the way, we create all the courses also for you for your business. But here comes the magic, which I call EON Vibe Coding. And if you want to learn about EON Vibe Coding, please Google that, because we are not just doing what normal vibe coding is, which can be very easy but doesn't develop real application, or can develop real applications but takes programming skills. We've done the best of both worlds. Let's have a look.
Code application development. Now that this is completed, the EON No-Code App Builder platform takes the prompt that we've developed in the EON Entrepreneur application and generates your viable application complete from start to finish. We call this Brainy Vibe Coding. Let's have a look at some examples of applications that we have developed with Brainy Vibe Coding, where the app code is generated by simply talking with our EON Brainy Coding expert. As you can see, here are some examples ranging from an agriculture supply chain application, to a rural telehealth application. We also have the clean water distribution application, the waste collection and recycling solution, and finally, the last mile delivery application. Congratulations on completing the entire EON entrepreneurial journey. You've not only created a business.
Okay, so this is the EON Vibe Coder. Now to wrap this all up, all the learning, training, and performing for skills, for jobs, and for income, we put it in something we call the AI Income Academy. And we don't have time to look at it, but this is the generic version, and I'll also show you a country-specific version. Let's start with the generic version.
Hello there, I'm Brainy, your personal AI mentor for the EON AI Squared Academy. I'm not just a voice or a program. I'm an interactive avatar paired with advanced AI that learns from our interactions. Think of me as your personalized guide who understands your natural language, adapts to your learning style, never forgets anything, and creates multi-sensory experiences tailored specifically for you. Whether you're a visual, auditory, or kinesthetic learner, I'll help you navigate this platform using the most effective methods for your needs. Let me show you around. Welcome to the EON AI Squared Academy.
Yeah, so we're not going to do the round tour because of limited time, but I just want to show you the dashboard here. So you have your courses, you have My Learning, those are the ones you selected. You have the entire course catalog. You have the ones that you converted to XR, the XR library. You have the Career Compass, the Entrepreneur Lab, the Vibe Code Lab, and you also have your personalized mentors that helps you, guide you, and assist you, as well as analytics. We're just going to look a little bit on analytics because I find that quite exciting. Let's listen in.
Metrics, courses completed, XR launches, code projects, achievement badges, and activity hours. I've organized everything into 4 tabs for easy navigation and created visualizations of your daily login patterns and weekly active periods. I've noticed that you engage most with courses and the Vibe Coder Lab. Would you like me to suggest ways to explore other features that might benefit your learning style? I'm always available to help you navigate in your preferred language. Simply use the language selector, and I'll instantly adapt to ensure our communication is comfortable for you, no matter.
Anyway, so I think you get the point. Now, will this look the same for everybody? No, every single country, every single region, every single institution will be able to customize, with our help, and vibe coding this to their region. Let me give you an example from Saudi Arabia.
As teachers log in, their personalized dashboard.
By the way, this is an application done for teachers. So training, the target is to train 535,000 teachers. And you can see that everything is changed to adapt to teach teachers versus students. And this could have been including, for example, the way the avatar looks here. So we can see Dr. Fahad, and it's in the local language, etc. Okay, so on that note, we also provide, as a part of this, an incubator. And I want to go back to the incubator in a second to talk more. But at this point, someone would ask me, okay, so what's different between this and the normal way? So one thing I would call it is that it's obviously very exciting. We call it shiny. So immersive scenes, lifelike avatars engage from minute 1. But it's also sticky because it deeply system integration preserves your institution identity. So I normally say there are 2 ways today. One is the brick and mortar of a physical environment where you train, learn, perform, which is oftentimes capital intensive, fixed seats, slow curriculum updates. Or you have conventional line, which is low engagement, poor retention, limited skills. Or you have the third way, which is our way, which is zero capex, immersive, and skill to income. So that's the beauty of this solution. Finally, many say that academic institution cannot any longer stop at just providing, a diploma. It's not enough to help you generate a job, but you also have to help with the incubator part. So let me talk about the EON Incubator as a part of this AI Academy. So we see this huge opportunity of 15 trillion that people can grasp. We also see the bloodbath that entry-level jobs now, students that newly graduated, they are not getting any entry-level jobs. Now incubators could be a solution. You can start your own business, but historically this has been costly, exclusive, and slow. We aim to change that. So how are we going to do it? First of all, we remember Entrepreneur Guide and Vibe Coder. Those are intrinsic components, but we don't stop there. We also get you a mentor, personal coaching at zero wait time. And this can be the strategist, the growth architect, the technical advisor, the capital guide. Now, on top of that, we provide you 131 million marketplace access that users across the world, EON users, can have access. So if you can create an app, you can sell it there. And guess what? If you use us, you get 80% of the revenue, we get 20%. So 4 times faster, learn, build, and sell. Our aim is to generate 10 billion enterprise value. We have so far, we are getting close to our target of hopefully 3 billion in the next 12 months. This helps a lot. University can get enhanced enrollment because now you actually help them, or governments get increased GDP. The cost is smaller. So I like to call it a wealth weaver because, first of all, our incubator is the first AI incubator for what we also refer to as the post-job era. Our expectation is over the next 5 years, there will be a post-labor economics. So less white-collar jobs and millions of white-collar roles will vanish or be displaced. And that's where, instead of doing what the people are doing here to the left, you don't want to, for AI, you want to own it. So the idea is very simple. While jobs may disappear, the problems will not. So there will be tons of problems to solve. And you can do that using EON's platform. You become a proprietary owner of assets. In this case, the asset is agents, EON agents, that can build autonomous solution, and you can own and generate revenue. So very simple. You bring your idea, we power the platform. So we are now interacting with traditional incubators, with academic institutions and governments to set up Wealth Weaver academies across the world. Now, Wealth Weaver builds, deploys, and orchestrates your agent, and a mentor guides you through that journey. We use things like EON Vibe Coder and Entrepreneur Guide to turn your vision into income. So that is deployed once, but you can earn money while you sleep. So the idea is to have an incubator without gatekeepers. So you don't need investor or pitch competition. You can go with a startup incubator and solve problems in your community. So the idea is, don't be a user, be a creator. Turn ideas into digital property and build wealth, one agent at a time. I expect many young, driven people will build a portfolio and a safety net of various agents that work for them. So I would like to end by inviting you to be first to rewrite the rules and become an agent proprietary. And our target is obviously academic institution, companies, and governments. And we are willing and able to offer you the AI Academy and the Wealth Weaver Incubator. I'm sure you will have a bunch of questions. Feel free to get in touch with us. My email is dan@eonreality.com, and looking forward to meet you in person. Thank you so much, and all the best.